Welcome back. Let's have a look at NVIDIA technicals from here. Stock is trading at 298 at the moment. Market is still open. Stock is still trading. Let's have a look at the levels to watch since they are about to report earnings tomorrow after market close. Let's have a look. On a daily chart, if we switch to daily chart, every single candle here represents 1 day of price action. And if we have a look at past 8 trading sessions or so, it hasn't been moving as much and staying in this range of 298, 297 to $300 levels. So basically 305, 310. So from here, I would like to watch basically as a support that level where it has been pretty much bouncing, which is 292, I believe. And to the upside, I would watch 310 as a resistance if it does have a little bit more steam to go. But if you zoom out here, you can see that this stock doesn't like to stay overextended, and eventually it just moves like this for quite some time, just like it did here after pushing pretty big by killing a lot of premium if you are trading premium, or it just pulls back pretty big. So just to give you a perspective, I'll show the moving averages. All right, so if you look at the moving averages, 50-day is way down here at 237, and even 20-day moving average is up here at 270. 200-day moving average as at 184, this red line on my screen. What about the monthly, weekly, and even yearly charts? So just have a look at the weekly chart for this stock. So if you look at this weekly chart, this move probably the most extreme sharp move up. All right, so have a look back. It has never done this, but usually when stocks move like that, it's usually a sign that you want to be cautious. If you are about to trade, if you don't have a position and you have a FOMO and you want to build a position, that may not be the best time. All right, but that could be the best time to take a profit. What about the yearly chart? So this is a monthly chart. Look at it. For the past 2 months, it has gone up almost, maybe even a little bit more than 50%. All right. And what about the yearly chart? So this chart represents, every candle here represents 1 year of price action. So this huge candle that you see is 2021. This is 2020. This is 2019, 2018. And look at this price action. So just food for thought for people who think that they fell behind. It will give an opportunity. All right, so one way I look at the momentum is just by looking at the MACD and say, hey, what's going on? Is the momentum is still to the upside? Can I hop in and just maybe get chunk of this move? Is just by looking at that. So at the moment it is slowing down. For the past 5-6 trading sessions or so, momentum has been slowing, and you can see it by price action as well. And also another thing I look at is volume bars. So if you're not familiar with this, just maybe look up a little bit on YouTube how to use it. But basically, whenever the volume bars get thin up here, when stock extends, that means there's less demand. And if it does lose, like looks like we have a little bit of a distribution here at 300, and if it does lose that 295, 290, there's not much of a support all the way till 220-ish levels, 230, 235 even, I want to say. So this level right here. So it didn't trade much at these levels because it moved very sharply and it moved up with a thin volume. So that's another thing I look at. And also I keep an eye on 5-day moving average. So if we bring up 5-day moving average, at the moment it is not uptrending. So if 5-day moving average is uptrending, that means stock is still in an uptrend. But when this moving average starts moving sideways or it starts declining like this, that means you want to be cautious, all right? Another thing we should take a look at for NVIDIA is the option activity. Since they have earnings coming up, we're just going to look at, since it's tomorrow, November 19th expiration date, which is OPEX, monthly OPEX. And it's a lot of people call it quad watching when these things happen. But for this week alone, since they have earnings, implied volatility 75%, which is implying $18 move to the upside or downside. Basically, if you buy a call option saying that it's gonna go up to 320, but stock doesn't move that much, you're gonna lose money most likely. And also, if it doesn't go down that much, you will also lose money. So that's why you need to be careful when stocks reporting earnings. So what about the volume today so far? So today it's Tuesday, November 16th. Half a day is pretty much gone, and we have 151,000 calls were traded, 73,000 puts were traded. So not a lot of volume going into earnings. And if we look at the biggest orders that came in, of course, there are some decent calls that are coming in for 470 calls in November. I mean, that's very, very outside of the money. Next year, 330, 340 calls. It's for January, $300 calls. December, 430 calls. So, but these volumes are very small, and a lot of them are here spreads, which are 220, 220 call, 220 put, 305 put, 305 call, 300 put, 300 call. So these are the people who are trying to take advantage of implied volatility, IV. So let's see what they report. But if you look at semiconductor indices, they are getting a bit overextended as well. I use SOX, for example. Of course, it might have a little bit of a steam, but it doesn't like to move sharply up and just keep moving. It likes to take a break. So, and you don't want to be caught on the wrong side of this move. So that's pretty much it for NVIDIA. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll definitely cover it after earnings. But take care. Peace.